Hey guys, so the only goal of this video is not to talk about the build, but to showcase turbo golems, as I call it. Like 6 years ago I did a video showcasing golems with a lot of cast speed and attack speed, and I felt nostalgic, wanted to redo it and to see how much attack and cast speed I can get these days. And with Carrion Golem actually I can reach almost 25 attacks per second. You can actually reach a lot more if you choose to, but this is not really about viability of the build because I was using the gloves, more attack and cast speed essence, which only limits to extra like 5 sockets. So this is just for demonstration purpose. I think some golems look really funny with a lot of attack speed, like Stone Golem just smashing his little hands into enemies and just quickly rolling away. Pretty much you can't even see how quickly it just rolls away. Other golems could not reach very high attack speed. Carrion Golem with the combo attack like goes really hard with the attack speed, but a more viable build. By the way, I quit this build because it just wasn't pleasant, because I wasn't trying to make it viable, but the more viable build had like 16-17 attacks per second with the Carrion Golem and I believe around 4 million DPS. I will include path of building import code in video description, but yeah, the main point of this video is just to showcase fast golems. And people talk about oh, ice golems, ice golems, ice golems. I don't really see what you're seeing. Ice golems seem kind of meh to me. Visually can't really even see them performing much. We are kind of kicking enemies and that's pretty much it. And then we have projectiles which are useless. The flame golem of course probably has the most potential for clearing because we shoot projectiles, they can overlap. And also with return projectiles it looks very weird when those projectiles start returning without kind of hitting the ground. It just, for some reason for me that looks very weird. Then lightning golems look like they could be sort of viable. I'm not sure about their actual damage with projectiles, probably not that great, but yeah, they also look cool. I think they look the coolest by default because the lighting, this glow, and then a bunch of projectiles. Lightning golems also used to be very interesting. They leave the orb on the ground which keeps zapping enemies almost like Orb of Storms, and we can overlap. You can like used to be able to increase, well, you can still increase duration of that orb and then reduce the cooldown, so we would just spam it more often, but that orb does so little damage these days. Then Hero's Golem looks kind of cool. The spell cascade is, the cascading thing is a spell, but it also has like an attack. So some of the golems are very weird because some require like spell echo and cast speed, and other ones have like a mix between spells and attacks, like Hero's Golem. Hero's Golem also has like a Degen Aura, which does not scale with speed. Now to talk a bit about the build that I was actually doing with this. This was just purely Carrion Golems using Replicas Dragon Fang's Flight to get +3 levels to Carrion Golems. Then using Clay Shaper. Actually Clay Shaper is really good. You are getting an extra 1 golem, and also golems have quite a lot of big flat added attack physical damage from the Clay Shaper itself. So the Clay Shaper is kind of an endgame weapon, and the rest I'm getting like an extra course. But by the way I'm actually getting all the attack and cast speed is pretty much stacking Primordial Eminence jewels. I believe I'm stacking 7 of them, but I also need the Anemo Stone. I'm also using Impossible Escape to get an extra golem, and Ravenous Horde, that is giving them onslaught on kill and big movement speed. I am also using 2 large cluster jewels, but I'm not taking all the points, and these are with the minion attack and cast speed and the effect. I also need the Rotten Claw to get Impale, to reach 100% chance to Impale for Carrion Golems. Also this is Scion, and you're gonna be surprised I'm going Elementalist plus Deadeye. Elementalist because you are just straight up getting +1 golem, that's pretty much it. And Deadeye also because increased effect of your marks, and you and nearby allies have tailwind. My golems are also getting an extra 8% action speed, which is like a more multiplier to speed. It's also much easier to get enough dexterity. And also I am using Poacher's Mark, which does give flare damage, and also life and mana on hit. Actually it kind of helps them when they are attacking that quickly. They can heal themselves pretty quickly. The tricky part was how to apply 2 courses, then offering. There are so many things to click and not enough sockets as always for golemancer. So I don't have specters, I don't have animate garden, I simply don't have room for that. I'm actually using the focus helmet, and in the focus helmet I put vulnerability, which does give a lot of damage, Poacher's Mark, and then flesh offering. But against the boss, all I need to do is click Desecrate to create corpses and then click Focus. And it activates all those 3 things inside the helmet. It double curses enemy and uses Offering, which lasts for, I believe, enough time for me to kind of, yeah, I can just reset it very easily and have it 100% uptime. And yeah, the rest is just stacking minion damage, minion attack speed where else I can. I'm using here's Golem with Feeding Frenzy and Maim to increase the overall damage. The tricky part is also I ran out of sockets and I don't have room for Flame Dash. And I only have Shield Charge, but I think in the end I wouldn't even use Shield Charge in the end. It's not even probably even worth talking about the build as like the build itself. It wasn't really efficient. I was using 2 Primordial Harmony jewels to lower the cooldown of Carrion Golem spikes. By the way, I made a shorts video showcasing how Carrion Golem spikes change color based on the zone, and that's one of the coolest thing in all Path of Exile, I think. I just discovered this and I could not stop having fun seeing different colors of Carrion Golem spikes. And Primordial Harmony lowers the cooldown of those spikes. Otherwise, they do not have splash. They pretty much just attack a single enemy. They are attacking very quickly with multi-strike, but only a single enemy. So for that reason, I wanted to lower the cooldown, because those spikes have like 8-second or 6-second cooldown. You need those like AoE spikes to clear, and they don't do a lot of damage, so they are attacking very quickly, but then they do the spikes like once. Well, actually 3 times because of multi-strike. So you want to lower the cooldown of those spikes to be able to clear a bit better. Again, this isn't really to make it viable or to showcase how to make a golemancer build. This is probably the opposite of showcasing how to make a golemancer build. But yeah, it was fun leveling, but the damage wasn't scaling all that well because I was too focused on stacking attack speed. I was using Divergent Minion speed support, which lowers the cooldown a bit, and then like Impale, Brutality for more damage, Multi-Strike for more attack speed, and Predator support. I am not running Haste for clearing. I'm actually running Pride, Dread Banner, and Determination and Skitterbots. But for demonstration purpose, I was using these gloves, and then I was also using Haste with Generosity to boost speed even more. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Like I said, I will leave Path of Building import code in the description. I will adjust for the actual build, so if you wanna like see the actual cast speed or attack speed numbers, just switch the gloves and then activate haste in here and deactivate some of the supports. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't know what to do about the next build because there's like 2 days until the fast event, which I'm probably gonna be skipping. Just gonna do like 1 day fast event, the Krangled passives, just to see how it feels, how it works, and then just switch back to the league and do more builds until Calandra event, and then after Calandra event I will take a break from PoE until the next league. So I still got like 1, maybe 2 builds I can do. If you got some interesting build ideas, not necessarily viable, just something interesting, I still got plenty of divines and I don't know where to spend them. I don't have enough to get like big items, but also don't really want to take any handouts. So nothing too crazy expensive, but also something interesting that is not necessarily for viability, just to experiment with the mechanics. Like this build was not really made for viability, just for fun. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.